I can't believe some kids actually find this funny. Like, I did not want to spend my Thursday afternoon cleaning egg that someone threw at my house. Hey guys, it's going to be a bit of a short episode today. Just to remind you, you're back with Nada and
Walid.
And today we want to talk to you about something that happened to us yesterday.
So crazy. Honestly, like, I can't believe this happened. Yeah. So basically, you probably can read from the YouTube title, hopefully. Yeah. Basically, yesterday, Nada and I were just chilling.
About to have dinner.
Yeah. And
right before Walid's meeting.
Yeah. I had like an important meeting that I had to go to. And then all of a sudden,
we hear a loud bang, very, very loud bang on the front door.
On our front door from our house.
And our delivery men are always quite violent.
Yeah.
So I was like, why are they extra violent today?
Like, what are they throwing?
Very aggressive.
What Amazon box are they just throwing so hard?
And we sort of were like, what's that? And it took us like a few seconds to go and investigate what the sound was.
Yeah.
So when I got to the front door, our front door's got like glass panels on it, and I just see something dripping down it, and I was like a bit scared for a second. I was like, is that blood?
Dude, how eerie was it?
It was see-through.
It was see-through from the inside. It's like dripping.
Yeah. And Walid was still chilling in the kitchen, and then I opened the door and I'm like, Walid, someone egged our house. And you were just like, what?
Dude, I saw red. Like,
he got up so quick.
Dude, as soon as you told me that, like, I started seeing red. Like, which means like I was like angry.
Yeah,
like,
you were mad.
I was like so mad. I'm like, okay, let me see this. Mind you, what was the weather yesterday?
It was hot. It was really hot. So like, it's one of those things you have to clean up like immediately so that it doesn't like smell and like stick and like ruin the thing.
So I'd say a good minute passed before we checked it out.
Yeah.
So when we checked it out, it started drying already, the egg on the door, because it was really hot.
On the door and the tiles at the front of the door.
So it dried so quick. So when I saw this, I was like, I don't care. I'm going to find out who did it.
Yeah. And it would have smelled. Imagine if we were like shopping and not even home.
Mind you, we were the only ones targeted because our street's like on the corner, I'm guessing.
Our house is on the corner, yeah.
There's literally no like purpose, no reason to have targeted us. It was completely by a random kids playing a prank, and they thought it was funny.
Yeah, they're bored during COVID lockdown. They're like, what can we do for some adrenaline and excitement? So stupid.
So
anyway,
bad.
So Walid heads out the door in his fluffy robe.
Yes.
To investigate.
In my robe, because when I saw the egg, I'm like, I got no time. My robe and my little fluffy shoes with like their bunny ears.
Dinner's ready.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm out, and the first thing I do is I look left and right of the street.
See nothing.
Do I see anyone? No, I don't. I don't see any kids. I don't see
our neighbor sitting at the front.
Yeah. What I was looking for was someone running like frantically after throwing the eggs. Yeah. But no, I didn't see that. I saw an old man with his daughter. Like, she's like on her bike, and I'm like, okay, let me ask this guy. Hey,
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, he's like passing my house. Yeah. I'm like, hey man, my house just got egged. Can you see this? Do you know anything about this? And he's like, bro, like, sorry, I've got no idea. However, I saw two kids running like frantically from the opposite direction of your house. It was really suspicious, might have something to do with it. That's what he told me.
Yeah.
He's like, and I'm like, dude, you need to show me where this house is. He's like, yeah, man, follow me. I'm like, put my detective cap on, like I'm a cop or something.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
following a lead.
Yeah. So this place was like 8 houses down from ours.
So close.
Like, close, but still like a couple of houses.
Yeah.
So we went walking.
They must have ran so fast to like make it back in time.
Literally. And he was like, next to that black car, 2 houses from the left of that. And I'm like, just come show me the exact house. Yeah. He's like, that one. He pointed at it. I'm like, okay. So
snitches get stitches.
Yeah, man. Snitches get stitches.
Anyway,
so I go. I ring the doorbell and I'm like nervous. I'm like,
what are you gonna say?
I'm like that, and I'm like, I'm accusing someone of egging my house. That's awful. Like this guy's just said that 2 people ran.
It's like an old lady opens the door with like her walking stick. She's like, hello, love. Like,
however, my suspicions started falling and falling. As I rang the doorbell, no one answered.
Yeah.
This man saw 2 people run into this house, and you're telling me no one's answering the door?
Yeah.
Nah, man. Nah. Something up here. Ring it a second time. Nothing.
Yeah. And then what did you do? You stood a bit far away from the house. Yeah.
I stood a bit further away, and then I'm like, you know, maybe I'll like pretend I'll leave.
Yeah.
And then I started slowly walking, and then I hear like by the door like someone like playing with the handle.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? Okay, rock up back to the door. The guy inside was probably like, crap, he heard me, right?
Yeah.
So he
and
comes
how
out.
old would you say he was? Like 12, 13?
I'd say 13.
Yeah.
12, 13.
Yeah.
Of that little immature, silly age, a bit innocent, don't know that you're doing something really wrong and stupid.
Yeah, just dumb.
Yeah. So they open the door, and it's two boys.
Oh.
Fits the perfect description.
Yeah. We got our suspects at this point.
Yeah, and I don't throw the accusation card. I don't throw it straight away. I'm just like, hey, this old man saw two boys, you guys, run into this house frantically after my house got egged. I'm not pointing the finger, but be honest, guys, did you egg my house?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, like, I don't know what you're talking about. It wasn't us. We're actually 4 boys, we're not 2. And then those like 2 guys had like 2 other friends or brothers come out. See, there's 4 of us here. Doesn't match your description. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, nah, man. Like, they didn't answer the door twice when I rang it. This is too sus. So I played a bluff. I completely lied. And I said, look, man, fair enough. I have a camera recording the whole thing.
Security camera at the house.
Security camera recording the whole thing on my front door.
I'll just go watch it.
I'm going to go watch it. And if I find out that you guys are lying, you guys are in big trouble. And I literally said it like that. And they were just like,
their face just changed colour.
They're just like,
they were
oh,
like,
crap.
Yeah.
Instantly.
He's on to us. Yeah.
Instantly, the guilt in their face, man. They were like, I'm so sorry. Okay, it was us. Like, they fell for the bluff. And I was like, it was you guys. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, yes, I can't believe this worked.
Yeah.
Like,
and mind you, I was like texting Walid because he literally left and the door was open and there was like egg dripping like even inside our house because the door opens inwards. And I'm like to Walid, I need to clean it.
You're like, where are you, man? Come help me clean it. I'm like,
where did he go? Like,
And I texted her, and I'll show you the text. Boom. I'm like, hey, do not clean a thing.
You said take photos, but don't clean it.
Yeah. I said take photos and don't clean it. And then I said, don't clean it. I found the boys responsible, and we'll get to it now. What I told them was, who did it out of the 4? They pointed to the 2. All right, you 2 come with me right now and clean it. He
literally brought the kids back to the house and made them clean it. And on the way, he's like, why did you do this? Yeah. And he's like giving them like a lecture.
I was so angry.
And he's like, my friend dared me. Like, your friends are trash.
Yeah.
If your friends are like encouraging you to do dumb things.
Yeah, man. Get new friends. Seriously, grow up, man. Like, I understand you're young and it's that silly mentality, but still, come on, man. Anyways, I told them, right, you 2 come and you're cleaning it up.
Should have asked them, why our house? Why not someone else's?
I know, right? I wish I asked them. But I'm like, I'm not responsible for this. I'm not touching this. You guys come and clean it. And while we were walking back to my house, I was asking them the questions like, why I do it? And it, like you said, it was the bet.
My friend dared me.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? Like, I was trying to give the kid like a really serious life lesson in that moment. I'm just like, what you did was such a stupid thing. And I was like to him, if you had done this to someone else, you could have gotten into bigger, serious trouble compared to me. Yeah. Because I'm not going to take this further.
You know what? Like,
I didn't even escalate it to their parents. Yeah. Whereas someone else could have made this such a big deal.
Oh, I reckon if their parents answered the door, you might have.
Oh, man, 100%.
But like, it was 1 egg, right? And it made such a loud sound. That's what surprised me. Yeah. Like, the sound it made when it hit the door was so like loud. Yeah. And then the amount of yolk, here's a photo, that came out of this 1 egg. Like, I don't know how 1 egg did this much damage, but it was like dripping down the door. It was like full on proper.
So terrible. Yeah. So the boys come, and mind you, it was 2 involved.
So one dared him and then the other one threw it. Yeah. So the one that threw it was the one that ended up coming to clean the
other
house.
Guy was too scared. He didn't want to come and clean. Like, he just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Anyways, the guy comes and he starts calling his friends, and he's like...
Because the egg wasn't coming off. It was a hot day, so it was a hot day.
It dried on my front door, and he's like... We gave him like all these like chemical materials to clean it up, right?
Like spray and sponge and stuff.
And he's like, it's not coming off, it's not coming off. I'm like... I was like to him, brother...
You were so savage.
I was like to him, brother, it better come off or you are in serious trouble. Yeah. Like, serious. And I like... really scared him.
Your
I'm
parents can buy us a new door.
Literally. I'm like, if it doesn't come off, your parents are going to get involved and they're going to pay for whatever they have to pay for, man.
So he called his friends to come help him clean the door. And his friends literally just came and like were making fun of him pretty much. Man, and I'm like, why? Like, what kind of friends does this kid have? Like, to make him get into this situation and then like just let him do it.
They're like, bro, you don't even know how to clean a door. What, you need more than one person?
It's just one egg, bro. Just scrub a dub. And
scrub a dub, bro.
Like, and they were like just making fun of him. And like, did you see the kid's slippers that he had on? He had like this pink fluffy like his mum's slippers. And I was just like, oh my God.
But he had no time.
It's not his day today.
Like, literally. Yeah. So what do you give him?
Moral of the story, get new friends.
Oh,
kid,
man,
if you're watching this.
You gave him Ajax, yeah?
I gave him Ajax. I gave him sponges. Yeah. Like,
we're not sponsored by Ajax or anything, but it worked. So he was able to scrub it off the door.
Yeah.
And then I'm like to him, you know what? Okay, don't do this again. And I can guarantee he will never do this again. Yeah. So everyone, you can thank me for preventing another victim falling for egg damage on their doors. Yeah. Basically, I was like to him, don't do this again and have a good day. And just like, I don't want this happening again.
Yeah, like, and you were like a bit mean to him, and I think he was getting a bit upset. I was
very mean to him.
He was getting a bit upset, and I'm like to him, look, you know, like kids do really stupid things. You just need to think, but
yeah, you were a bit nice.
Yeah,
and
I'm like,
look, fair enough. That's nice of you, but I'm not having it, man.
Yeah,
like why did he just egg my house? Like that's ridiculous. So he goes, and I'm like, you know, have a good day. He goes,
and then I'm like cooking or whatever, and you were in your meeting.
Yeah, wait, mind you, we still had mess on the floor that they didn't do, and like little bits and pieces. So like I got the Dyson vacuum and still cleaned a bunch of stuff up after them. Go on. Yeah,
so about 30 minutes later, I'm cooking, you're in your meeting, and we hear a knock at the door, and we have like we can see it, like who's ringing the doorbell, and I'm like, how the kid's back with like all his friends. It's so weird. Anyway, Walid goes and answers the door, and the kid's like, you know, the house that you came to, it's not our house. We don't live there.
Yeah, he's like, we don't live there, and our parents don't live there. It's just someone else's house, like a friend. So if you tell our parents, like, it's not going to be our parents, it's going to be someone
else's parents. And it's like, mate, it's COVID lockdown. Like,
I know, it's lockdown,
stop
bro.
Lying.
What friends are you at? Like, you're either copying a COVID fine or you're lying to me. So I was like to him, listen, don't play games with me. I know it was your parents, and if you want, like, and I was like, basically, if I'm going to tell your parents, I'm going to tell your parents. Like, stop lying to me. You know what I mean?
Like, well, it was literally like, you know, I'm still mad, so I'll see how I feel.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, really? Like, will you tell them? And I'm like, look, I probably won't tell them. They're like, really, you won't? Like, they admitted it was their parents. And I'm like, yeah, look, I'm like, to be honest, I'm pretty cut, so I guess we'll see. And then I just like left them on like, you know, just to haunt them a bit, to scare them.
let them be scared.
Yeah, but in my mind, I'm like, I'm not going to push it that far. If they do it again, man, I'm going to
Imagine your kid did that to someone. Oh, my kid.
Oh my God, seriously, imagine. But that's the whole story, basically.
Yeah.
I was so happy we were able to find who it is.
Look, it was funny because you found him. If it wasn't, like, I would have just been in a crappy mood.
Like, and I had so much to do.
But, you know, we got a story out of it.
So. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm very grateful for that man who literally
snitched.
Who snitched, and he's like, I saw kids running to that house, and then I played the bluff, and it all worked out. Like, amazing. Moral of the story, please, like, as parents, look after your kids, know what they're actually doing. Because there were no parents
at home, right?
Yeah, there were no parents at home. That's why I didn't tell the parents. But, you know, you got to monitor your kids. Are you aware that your kids are potentially egging people's houses?
And do they have good friends? Like, who are your kids hanging around with?
Because no offense to those boys, but his friends are pretty toxic.
Yeah.
Like, they made him egg my house, and then they bullied him while they were cleaning the house. While he was cleaning the house. Come on, man. That's not nice.
Yeah.
But, funny story, and if you wanted more details, you could have saw it on or seen it
live on Instagram.
Yeah, on our Instagram story.
So again, we do post on our Instagram a lot. If you're not following, boom. We do also have Spotify. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on Spotify, we have a YouTube account, so you know. Yeah,
so please subscribe. If you're on Spotify, subscribe to our YouTube, and if you're watching on YouTube, then hit that button right there below.
Yeah.
And hope you guys enjoyed the story. Hopefully this will never happen.
Yeah.
Hopefully kids watch this and they're like, damn, I'm not egging his house.
Yeah.
But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah. And until the next episode, we do know what it's about, but
we won't spoil it.
Yeah. Take care.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out, guys.
And cut.
Peace out.